the night sky, the stars, a cow, set in Isis. They all have something in common. Plus, it's Egyptian month. The details are coming up. Hey there, guys. Welcome to the Missing Elements Remix. We are coming to you live from 1018 East New Circle Road, Lexington, Kentucky, 40505. That's Suite 114 and 112. So, I'm actually doing an Egyptian month. Egyptian is cool. I love Egyptian. But first, we're going to do some announcements. The Summertime Market Series, which is totally awesome. I really want to get up there to it. The girls that are putting it on are awesome. These ladies are great. And that is called the Mystic Nights. And that's ran, and you've got Sacred Journey Market up, Jerry. It's Mystic Nights. Oop, wrong one. As we're having some technical difficulties, of course, because, you know, I am in the camera frame. So, now, the Summertime's Market Series, Mystic Nights, which is ran by a great bunch of girls. And that is this Saturday, June 7th, from 4 to 9 at 425 Victor Steer Drive in Milford, Ohio. And this market is each month for 4 months. So they had one last month, they got one this month. So you'll have July and August coming up. You can get a list of their vendors and dates at mysticnightsohio.com. All these events will be at the same location. And since I'm a busy person, I haven't had time to actually get in touch with them to sit down and talk to them about this. But also, this is ran by Triple Goddess Gifts and Ascending Shadows. Triple Goddess Gifts also has an event coming up in September. That is Sacred Journey. It's going to be a one-day event, and it is going to be their Dark Mystic Fair. And it is going to be held at the Holiday Inn Convention Center in Cincinnati, Ohio. And that's at Eastgate. Eastgate Holiday Inn Convention Center in Eastgate, Ohio. Yes, I said Ohio. Boo-hoo-hoo me. Also, this month is the Central Kentucky Mystical Market. And it is coming up on June 21st and 22nd from 11 to 6. All of the wonderful vendors should be there. And we are in a new building. I can't stress this enough. We are getting more vendors with more space to maneuver around. And I will be there. I have taken over the salon area at this building, and it's going to give me more space to do everything I need to do, because I will be there with my tuning forks and my singing bowls. I will be there with my cards. I will be there with my hands to do Reiki. I'm also might be coming up with a new service to offer. I'm still working on that, and as soon as I can secure that, I will announce it. But I will also be there with the spirit mechanics. I am sure Druzy Does It will be there. Rocky Hounds will be there. Plinkies. Well, hey there, Gabby. Why, hello, Terry. Hope you didn't get sunburnt in the wrong spots. Plinky's Magical Creations will be there with their wonderful boxes. They are so wonderful. Next week, I will have some boxes to showcase. And the Central Kentucky Mystical Market will be at 1165 Center Parkway here in Lexington, Kentucky. Thank you, Terry, for sharing me out. I appreciate that. Now, the biggest party coming to Lexington is in October. And I am talking about Scarefest. It's the premier horror and paranormal convention. And it is going to be October 17th through the 19th this year. Friday night is from 4 to 9. Saturday is from 11 to 8. Sunday is from 11 to 5. You can get daily tickets. Friday and Sunday is $33.72, and that does include all taxes and fees. Saturday is $44.03. But you get to meet all your favorite stars. Well, I won't say all, because we can't get every star in Hollywood or everywhere else into this city. That would be Panamania. But you get to meet your favorite stars from horror films, as well as your favorite paranormal people. It is an awesome time. And I also heard that Annabelle will be making a special appearance at this year's event. I'm debating on whether or not to go, or if I'm planning on leaving town that weekend. Because if I leave town that weekend, I'm going to be going hiding someplace. But the big thing with this event is the fact, well, hello, Ran, is that all the celebrities there, you can get their autographs, you can get your picture taken with them. But they charge their own fees and prices on their merchandise. That is not included in the ticket price. So I do know that Plinkies will be there with their boxes and their herbs and all their little magical gifts, as well as their altar cloths. And Spirit Mechanics will be there. Everybody else, I am not 100% sure about who all's going to be there. So you can get an updated list of vendors and celebrity stars at scarefestweekend.com. And that will give you more information about this wonderful party. Because that's what it is. It's not an event, it is a weekend-long party. And it's awesome. And if you go on Saturday, get there early, because you will probably be standing in line for quite a while. Now, how about we take a nice little trip across the water and travel to the Nile? Ow! Somebody just flipped me in my ear. So we are kicking off. I got to stop swiveling. Sorry, guys. We are kicking off Egyptian time. So for the next couple weeks on the shows, I will be talking about stuff about the Egyptian stuff. And talk about some of the deities that make up the Egyptian pantheon. So, tonight, we are going to be talking about the wonderful lady of the night. Her name is Nut. But the spelling of the name is N-U-T. And she is one of the more prominent figures in the Egyptian pantheon, because she is the goddess of the sky and the heavens and the cosmos. So every time you look up at the sky at night, you're seeing her. And this makes her essential to their understanding of the cosmology and creation. If you remember last year, I did Ra, right? And he is the sun god. He is the one who started the creation. He created his two children who went out and observed the world, or the nothingness around them. They came back, and then Nut and Geb was created. In which, did we mention Geb in this? Okay, Geb is the god of land, the planet. And Nut is the goddess of the sky. And she is the protection. She also protects the sky, but she is the perfection of the sky. She is normally depicted as a nude woman, elongated and arched over the earth god Geo. Actually, it's Geb, I think. So let me double check that. I am pretty sure it's Geb. I am not sure I don't know what's what. Her head would typically be in the west and her feet in the east. And as you can see on the screen, that's basically the way she's depicted, except the picture has clothing on her. Normally she's nude. But we try to be a family-friendly show, even though that we are an 18-plus community. But her body is usually adorned with stars, signifying her domain over the celestial realm. Realm. Sheesh. The posture symbolizes their separation from their father, Shu. and the god of the air. And this separation is what gave room for life to exist. The central myth associated with Nut is the journey of Ra, the sun god. Ancient Egyptians believed that Nut swallowed the sun each evening, allowing it to set. Then the sun would pass through her body, and that would be the symbolism for nighttime. There's also myths that says that Ra took his boat to the underworld. So all myths flip-flop around. As I just read that you mentioned the underworld. I need to stop talking. But the nighttime is usually symbolized as the underworld because dark is where stuff happens. But in the morning, the Egyptians believed that she gave birth to the sun again in the early morning hours to a new, wonderful, beautiful day. They saw this as a triumph over of light over darkness. And they believed that she also swallowed the stars in the morning and gave birth to them again in the evening. Now, Nut is also revered as a maternal figure. Basically, she is a mother. She will comfort you. And this is where it gets confusing in myths. Some of the stories says that she had 4 children. Some of the stories says that she has 5. It's all depending on which part of Egypt you are in. If you're in Upper Egypt, it's one. If you're in Lower Egypt, it's the other. And you know what? That really confuses me. How is Upper Egypt in the south and Lower Egypt in the north? How is that possible, producer?
I'm not sure.
Sorry, guys, I just squirreled and went on a tangent. But that does confuse me. Upper Egypt's in the south, Lower Egypt's in the north. Okay. But the wonderful Nile River flows through both. And that is what's so beautiful. Is that what the picture is behind me?
Mm-hmm.
In which, if you look behind me, there's a boat on the Nile River. But back to Newt. She's a maternal figure. Some stories she has 4 kids, some stories she has 5. And which these kids are awesome. But the way this part of the story really confuses me because Toth plays a part in this because he added days to the calendar somehow. Because Ra was trying to separate Newt and Geb, or Geb, because their relationship was getting too cozy. But Toth came along and added more days to the calendar, and that's how we have kids. But those kids are Osiris, the god of the underworld and death, resurrection, and fertility. Isis, the goddess of magic, motherhood, healing, and funerary rites. Set, the god of chaos, the desert, and storms. Nephthys, goddess of death, lamentation, rivers, and protector of the dead. The other is Horus, the elder, or Horus, an ancient sky god, distinct from Horus, Isis, and Osiris. In which I heard an awesome story about Isis today. I guess at some time I'm going to have to dig deeper into that and find more out about it so I can talk about that. Isis was so pretty. But Nut is also known as the protector of the dead because she swallows this stuff which symbolized death and then gave birth again, as in rebirth. And some Egyptians believed that they would become stars in her body after they died. Prayers to Nut for protection after the Egyptians died can be found in the pyramid text and the Book of the Dead, which I happen to have right here in front of me. I have started rereading it again, and I am so confused. It's a wonderful book, but it's confusing if your brain doesn't work right. So, it is an awesome book. Yes, it is. But Newt also served as a barrier to chaos as well. She was seen as a protective barrier between the order of society and the chaotic cosmos. No wonder I don't really jive with her. But her symbols include her starry body representing the cosmos and the sky. Oh, excuse me. She was sometimes symbolized as a sycamore tree, which symbolized her nurturing qualities and provision of refreshment for the dead. I wonder if she could also be considered part of the tree of life. That is a good question. Huh. If I had my little thing here to make notes on, that would give me something to look up. But I forgot to get it. Mr. Producer, remind me to get a small dry erase board to set over here during live so I can take notes of stuff. Because, stuff hits me out of the blue. But, in some instances, Newt took the form of a celestial cow, in which studying Hathor is part of the maternal instinct stuff. Why does the cow represent maternal instinct? Any idea, guys? I just don't understand why it's a cow. Yes, cows are cute. They are fun. I used to chase them around on a farm. They used to chase me, especially the big bad bull. He was a bully. But it emphasizes her nurturing. It emphasizes her as nurturing and helpful. Her hieroglyph is a water pot. Sometimes she is depicted with the water pot on her forehead. We didn't come up with a picture of that, did we? Oh, because that would have been cool to see. This symbolized her connection to the celestial waters or perhaps the points to her mothering nature and could have been seen as representing a womb. Bad visual. Very bad visual. Okay. Her final symbol is a ladder, that perhaps the way that Osiris used to ascend back into the heavens. Ladders were also placed in tombs to protect the deceased. But Nut was also depicted on many coffins and in many tombs. Even though she is not shown in many temples, she was a much revered figure in the ancient Egyptian culture. So yes, Nut is prominent in the ancient Egyptian culture. She was the goddess of the heavens. She is the goddess for rebirth. If you go with the story that she swallowed the sun and it rose again the next morning, which honestly, that's what I'm studying about with the Book of the Dead, is because the ancient Egyptians didn't fear dying. They only feared what happened in the underworld and whether or not they could be reborn again or not. In which that is a whole different story. That would be a topic that would take hours to go through because I've heard so many different things about the underworld. But Nut is awesome. She is the mother of the cosmos. She is the stars that you see every night looking down upon you, giving you comfort, protecting you as you sleep. Hi there, hippie. How are you doing tonight? But she is the one that is above you, keeping an eye on you, protecting you as you sleep, making sure that there is a morning to look forward to. So yeah, Newt is awesome. So I think that's all I have to say about Newt. I really do. Oh, if anybody has, well, I'm glad you're super. Does that mean I get to start calling you Superman? Does that mean I got to start carrying a green stone around with me? That is the one thing. Are there any stones associated with Newt?
Not that I found.
What about incense?
No, not that I found.
Okay. So, I am going to be on the lookout for more Egyptian topics because I love my Egyptian stuff. So, tonight's homework for you guys. As if he says, wah, wah, wah. The homework assignment for this week, guys. Go out every night before you go to bed and say hi to Newt. Thank her for being your protector. While you're at it, say hi to Thoth. He's in the moon. He sits on the moon. And then that way you can enjoy Ra as he brings his barge back around and gives you a beautiful day the next day. Does that sound like a good homework assignment to you guys? Does to me. Actually, the best thing to do is to go build you a nice little bitty bonfire. Grab you some hot dogs, grab you some marshmallows, grab you some brews, grab you some tea, kick back and have a feast with her. That would be awesome too. So, like I said, Newt is awesome. She is your protector at night. She is the stars in the cosmos. She is the mother figure to all of us. I bet if you ask her nicely, she'll give you a hug. And we're going to leave it on that note. And so, we go back into as my background keeps changing colors. Boy, I'm magical. We're going to go backwards. October. Make sure you go to scarefestweekends.com. Grab you a ticket. Grab you a weekend pass. I am not exactly sure what all they have left because they do have events during the weekend, but I'm not sure what they are. But they have lots of stars for all you for all you guys. They got the pretty girls. For all you girls, they got the pretty guys. And that is October 17th through the 19th. Saturday, or the 17th is 4 to 9. Saturday is 11 to 8. Sunday is 11 to 5. Like I said, Spirit Mechanics will be there. I may not. Annabelle's going to be there, and I'm not sure I want to meet her. Now, growing up, I used to have a little Raggedy Ann and a little Raggedy Andy doll. And this little Raggedy Ann scares the crap out of me. But to get a list of vendors and a list of the celebrities, go to scarefestweekend.com. You can also pre-order your tickets there. That'll get you through the line quicker. The celebrity prices are not included in with the ticket prices. The celebrities charge different prices. Also, yeah, I forgot, they have photo ops with some of your favorite celebrities. Check those out on the website and book you a celebrity. I forgot what I did. But you can book it on scarefestweekend.com. Also, coming up this Saturday is the Summertime Market Series Mystic Nights. That is this Saturday, June 7th. It is 4 till 9 at 425 Victor Steer Drive in Milford, Ohio. If I can come up with the money, I will be going to it. Because I'm just a poor broke boy. I'm gonna have to go. I want to have to start standing out on the street corner begging for money.
No, you're not.
But check out their website. It is mysticnightsohio.com. And that will give you a list of their vendors, and that will give you the list of the rest of the dates for this summer. Because they're only having 4 events. They've already had one. They're getting ready to have another. That only leaves 2 for July and August. In which it is listed on what the days are on the website. But these girls are awesome. They have great events. That is the girls from Ascending Shadows and the girls from Triple Goddess Gifts. But
Hi, Kiki.
the girls from Triple Goddess Gifts also has an event coming up in September called Sacred Journey. It's a one-day event, and it is at night, and that is at Eastgate Holiday Inn Conference Center, and that's in Ohio. I will be getting more information about that closer to the date. This June 21st and 22nd is the Central Kentucky Mystical Market. All kinds of vendors will be there. And it's at 1165 Center Parkway, and it is from 11 to 6. Come out and see us. Come say hi. High fives, hugs. Talk to us. That's all free. With me, you can get a sound healing where I use my tuning forks and singing bowls. We have card readers. We have Reiki. I may be having something new. I just got to get that in gear and get it going. And if I can do that, I will let you know, because they have actually moved me from my little bitty room to the salon. So don't be expecting me to do your hair or nails. That would be ugly. But I will talk to you. Mechanics will be there with me somewhere. They're like right around the corner. But Rocky Hounds will be there with her rocks, or their rocks. Druzy Does It should be there. Plinky's Magical Creations will be there with boxes and herbs and teas and altar cloths and all kinds of stuff. They got a wide range of stuff. Next week, I will have some boxes to showcase for them because I love their work. But that is June 21st and 22nd from 11 to 6. So stop out and see us. And that is 1165 Center Parkway. That's here in Lexington. That's all for me tonight, guys. Coming to you live and saying goodnight to you from 1018 East News Circle Road, Lexington, Kentucky, 40505, Suite 114 and 112. And that is this episode of the Missing Elements Remix Show. Love you guys. Have a great week.